Hey everyone, it's 3DS here. It's been a while since I've talked about Minecraft of all things, but oh boy, is it time to talk about it again. Microsoft has decided to yet again to throw out all semblance of, actually logic or respect out of a community and decide to add a chat report system to the 1.19.1 edition of Minecraft Java Edition. And oh god, is it very deeply flawed. Now, there's already been many videos on how this system is a bad idea from, an ethical and a, player standpoint. But instead of focusing on that, which has already probably been covered ad nauseum by every single Minecraft channel that's ever been made, instead, we're going to take a look at how the system is deeply flawed from a technical standpoint. Because once you see how horribly, horribly flawed this system is, you're going to see that this system will not work at all, especially in the current Minecraft landscape. Because, oh god. Alright, let's take a look at an example report. You'll see very quickly why this is an issue. So, this is an example report in JSON format. So, the first thing you're going to see here is that there's a signature now. Every single chat message that you send on a Minecraft server now, whether it be Realms or a, Hypixel or something, will now be signed with a cryptographic key pair that's assigned to every single Microsoft account. So whenever you, buy an account for Minecraft now, it has a assigned cryptographic key pair that's used to authenticate chat messages that you send. And this is the system that Microsoft is going to be using to prevent, you from just faking a chat message and sending it along and getting them banned. So this system, it works to prevent, just the obvious spoofing of chat messages from another player, but it has some flaws. And the first of these is not so much an issue of, you know, faking messages as it is in a malicious or a server that doesn't want to participate in this can quite literally just strip out the signature before it sends the message back to you, and there's nothing that your client can do from there. Now, Microsoft has pretty quickly addressed this by adding a only show signed chat thing, but this was going to break every single server because this would also hide system messages and pretty much make any game that uses the chat pretty much essentially worthless. So that is a pretty terrible idea for Microsoft to force on people. Instead, we're going to be looking at a more in-depth issue that's going to really show how bad the system is. So the first thing you're going to see is that I'm going to show you a page from the Microsoft FAQ. And this is what it's going to say. Of course, the first thing is you're going to ask that, are you going to be sending my messages to Microsoft whenever I send one? And they say, no, it does not. And this means that this system is decentralized. And this is the first decentralized player chat report system I've ever seen in a video game. And there's a reason why no other game has ever done this before. And it is a very interesting one. So another thing that they say is that, can my messages be taken out of context and report? And he says, when the following messages before and after are sent to servers, they're, report servers as well. But there's an issue with this, and a very big issue at that. So, I'd be seeing a little bit of a problem here. Your client is the one that's sending these chat messages to the server. Well, the report servers, and there's no way that Microsoft can actually verify that the, report received is actually the message order that it expects it to be. So let's see how this issue works. So, of course, a malicious client, let's say just saying someone using hack client, can pretty easily, if they want to make a start spoofing reports, can just just remove any message they want, and Microsoft can do absolutely nothing about it. So there's no way that Microsoft, from a technical perspective, can actually verify that every single message before and after to whatever threshold is actually sent to the server, because Microsoft has no control over the servers that everything outside of Realms that's actually in the game. So if you report someone on Hypixel and it sends over these report messages, there's nothing that Microsoft can do to actually verify that every single message actually made it. But there's an even worse issue here, and that is the message that you control. So of some smart players that have made a mod to essentially allow you to, create fake context for a chat report. Now, apparently, these people are the ones that made notice, and I have no idea if they actually made it or not, but it really doesn't matter. So instead, you're going to see a pretty obvious issue here. So let's just say that this situation goes out. So this person asks, "Do you want a PvP?" Of course, but there's a pretty obvious issue here where you can sign messages before and after and rearrange them to be in that order. So there's nothing from a technical perspective that prevents you from quite literally just let's say you want to say something before, then have a player reply to that with what they said out of context. You just change your own message to whatever, change a timestamp, then re-sign it with your private key that you actually have, and for on Microsoft's report servers, everything's a-okay because they have no control over when when a timestamp is valid or not, and if it actually that chat message was actually sent at the timestamp that the client alleges it to be. And this is a very big issue because it can create context out of nothing, and it can pretty easily, with a bit of creativity, lead to someone getting banned falsely. And this system obviously is very broken because of that. So you might be thinking, how the hell do you solve this? And well, I'm just gonna be very blunt. There is no way to solve this, unless if there's ways of deflecting the responsibility of who gets to say which chat messages in what order. But none of them are very good ideas. So let's go and list the potential things that Microsoft could do to attempt to fix this. Of course, let's go and say the first and most obvious one, which would be to log every chat message that is sent in chat. This would obviously cause an enormous uproar in the Minecraft community, and would be violate the one thing they said, that they would not record chat that's being sent. And that would be a quite uniquely terrible idea for so many reasons, including PII and other issues that could potentially arise if you're logging every single chat message, especially on private servers. But of course, there's a little bit better of an idea, which would be to send a salted hash every single chat message to the server, and then it would return a verified by a server timestamp before you would send that message. But of course, this would then cause horrible latency whenever you send a chat message, because it would have to send over requests to Microsoft servers every single time you want to send a chat message for every single player on every single server of Minecraft, which would probably cause enormous strain. Now, this isn't too much of an issue for Microsoft because it's Microsoft. They can rent out an entire data center to do this crap if they really wanted to, but it's still not the most ideal way. Of course, you could also have like the server somehow verify, like send hash or something that says that I am the owner of the server, and I vouch that the chat messages were sent in this order on the server. But then this would quite obviously lead to you can just join a malicious server that vouches for anything that it says, and you're back to square one at that point. So realistically, there isn't any good way to solve this, and of course, I am not a cryptographic engineer, so don't take anything I'm saying as gospel, but it is, quite deeply technically flawed. And quite hilariously, too, this system, this decentralized, problem that I'm talking about here is not unique to Microsoft or Minecraft at all. Instead, this issue has been solved by, cryptocurrencies as well, by having a blockchain. And as you could probably expect, Minecraft will not be adding a blockchain anytime soon for chat messages, so that's not happening. Anyways, this system is horribly flawed, and it is a terrible, terrible idea. So if you're a Microsoft employee watching this video for ideas and feedback on the system, I'd say just remove it because it is not going to work in a Java edition of Minecraft. So guys, that's about it. And hopefully you got some more context of how the system works and how terrible of an idea it is to, add the system to Minecraft. Hope you guys have a great day. 3ds out.